this time generally Mosam takes this class, this afternoon time class, and I take the night one. But actually Mosam has suddenly got a means family emergency, so he had to rush to that, and I am covering for him, but he will take tomorrow. If the family issue is solved, he will take tomorrow, or else I will only continue. So that is there. And let us continue where we have, where Mosam have left yesterday. So what was there? Let me share my screen. So this is what Mausam had taught you till yesterday. Means we are done with your floats and all. So today, what the plan? The plan is to first complete your this CSS basics pass, and then after that we are going to do Flexbox. Okay, we want to quickly complete the Flexbox also, and let's do that. So the first thing which we are going to learn today is the positioning in CSS. So positioning in CSS. So position. See, the thing is that floats and all are not that much used nowadays. We use Flexbox and Grid only, but the positioning is still today used. Today also used. Why it is used? Because see, the designers this very difficult design nowadays, and with positioning, what happens? You can move something exactly at the place where you want to move. So let us learn it through example again. So how to do that? So here after this, maybe okay, one more thing. I think I have to use this clear fix here, and or else it. So after this, we are going to have a div dot position box, and then h1 CSS and h2 trash holes. I will have this. Then go to the position box and dot position box, and we'll have a width of 800 px and height of 500 pixel, border of 1 px solid black. So this thing is there. So I created this thing on CSS and CSS crash course. Both these things are there, and it is showing like this. Why this CSS? Okay. Should be shown. You're welcome. Awesome. Okay, so this position box is there. So after this, we are going to learn about the position absolute. So position absolute is what? The moment you give position absolute to something, I can take it anywhere. Position absolute I'll give, I can take it anywhere. One thing I want to see, what this h2 is h2. No problem. Okay. Actually, I will comment out this padding, because of that it was moving here. Okay, so that is okay. So the thing is that, so first we're going to do the position absolute. So with position absolute we can move anything anywhere. So let us give the h1 which is inside it, this h1 a position of absolute. So we go here and do the dot position box, and h1 I'm going to do, and position is absolute. And the moment I give position absolute, I get access to four things: top, left, right, bottom, and it can have percentage also, it can have pixel also. So top is 40 pixel. I'll do, and I'll save it and see. what I wanted to do, I wanted it to move inside this box from top of 40 pixel, but it is somewhere not here to be found where it is. So the CSS, this thing has moved here in the top. So position absolute and top 40 pixel have given. So what it did, from the top of the page, it had taken this 40 pixel. Top of the page, it has taken this 40 pixel. But my intention was not, I wanted to move it inside this box only. Inside this box, I wanted to move. Okay. So for that, now what to do? So if I want to move the h1 from the top of the page, it would have been okay, but my intention is not, what I wanted to do, I wanted to move it inside this box only. So now what to do for solving this issue? We what we do, we give the parent, see, the parent of this h1 is the position box. So this position box, what I'm going to do, this position box, I'm going to give the position as relative. I'm going to do, save it. So now I'll come here. See, it has moved below. It has moved down 40 pixel from this line. 40 pixel from this line. It has moved. So this is like this. It will happen. Okay. So that is there. Now the other thing is there. So top 40 pixel is there. So now I can move it anywhere. So let me move it to this as 140 pixel, and this as left as 200 pixel. Save it. See, now from the top 140 pixel and from the left 200 pixel. Similarly, we can move the h2 also. So we are going to move the h2 as position absolute, but we are going to move it in the bottom as, maybe bottom as 40 pixel, and I'm going to move the right as 20 pixel. So see, now the h2 have also moved. So this is about position absolute and position relative. So we have something else also, which is position fixed, or position fixed, and position fixed doesn't depend upon anything. Okay, so, and those who came again here, so you might be wondering why I am taking this. Generally Mosam takes it when Mosam had got some family emergency, so I'm covering for him. So at 3 p.m. Mosam will only take. I'm just a temporary teacher at 3 p.m. I take at 8:30 p.m. Okay, so we'll meet at 8:30 p.m. again. So we are going to come here, and let me do some br, and br here, and then button, and is the button I'm going to do, and class equal to button and fixed button, class and fixed button. So okay, so this button I have taken. Button is a common class. Actually, this button is for Muslim. It's okay. So this button Muslim has also created it. So this is like this button we have created earlier. So that is there. So now what I'm going to do, I have created another class here. Okay, fixed button. We can add multiple classes also. So fixed button I have created. So I'll use this fixed button now. Dot fixed button, and what? Okay, fixed button. Position is fixed and top is 20 pixel. Position fixed and top is 20 pixel I've done. So now what is happening? So it is moved to the top and 20 pixel is there, and I can now move it. Even if I scroll it, it will be there. So position fixed doesn't depend upon anything. So you can give it anywhere and it will move it. And this is actually a very important thing. See, all of this fixed header and fixed footer are generally done with this position fixed only. At those times, we generally give this top as 0, give it, and it will be fixed to the top. Okay, so it is like this. Okay, save it, and now this is how the position fixed is there. So, okay, you're done here. So now the next thing which you're going to do is images. So images, we have seen how to put it in HTML. Now we're going to see how images we are going to put it in the put through CSS. There are different command is there. We don't have the image tag and all. So for that, first thing is that I have to pick some image actually, and I want to put the image here in this, inside this position box. So from where I will put the image? So first thing is that I have to create a new folder here known as image. I've downloaded it from Unsplash. That's why I created it. So I'll go to and flash.com and desktop setup as always, because that is the safest images to take. I don't want to go to some weird kind of images on the internet and get my YouTube banned. Okay, so let me come here and 640. Okay, I'll take this because this is 614 to 420. Actually, I was looking for a small image. I want a smaller image than this 800 pixel or 500 pixel. Okay, so I've taken that smaller image because I want to show something. So that is there. So this I have opened. Now how to open this? I'll right click and reveal in Finder. I'll do so to reveal in. So for Windows user, it will be revealed in File Explorer. It will come. Okay, so images is there. I will just take it and put it here. Unsplash. Unsplash is there. Unsplash image have come. So now we need to show this image. So how we're going to show this image? We're not going to have an image tag or all. We're going to show this image through something known as the background image. So let us do that in the background image. Inside this position box, I'll come and I will have a background image as URL I'm going to take, and then that image I have to take. Okay, so dot images and it is, I think, unsplash.jpg. I'll save it. Let me see now. Okay, so the image is actually repeating itself. See this base, some bases that it is actually here and it is coming here. So image is repeating because the image is actually smaller. As I told earlier, image is smaller. It is like image, this is 800 by 500, that is 640 by something is there. So this is not a good thing. So what I need to do to fix it, I need to come down here and the background repeat as no repeat. I'll do save it. Background repeat as no repeat. I'll do. So my problem is exaggerated. What is this one? Problem have become bigger. So it has become bigger. So what will happen? Okay. So see this one is left. So now how to do it? But the position is like it is not repeating itself, but the problem is have become bigger. So now what we need to do? We need to do another thing known as background size is cover. Background size is cover, and it will cover it properly, and it covers in a way that its aspect ratio, all those things are well, and the image will not look distorted. This intelligently do that thing. Okay, that is a very important thing to know. This intelligently do that thing, so the image will not be distorted. So that is there. And actually we are done with the CSS part. So now we will go for the Flexbox. Okay, that is also CSS, but the basic CSS is done. Now we'll go for the Flexbox, which is a layout technique like display float, but it has got a lot of other things, and it is very modern. It was introduced in 2015. Because of the display float, left, float, right, there was a lot of problem in CSS. People used to hate CSS because it was, first, it is having very less features. Second, it was having bug like the clear fix bug, which the Moss map told yesterday. So those bugs are there. So because of that, CSS3 Flexbox was introduced in 2015 by W3C committee, and we are going to look into that. And that has taken the world of everything programmed by Storm, and everybody loves it, uses it. Now nobody's dependent on those same looking libraries like Bootstrap and Semantic and all those things. And startups love this thing. So okay, so I'm going to close it, dispose it off, and I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to do it in VS Code only. Okay, so I'm going to go here and okay, in the same thing, I will create a new folder known as Flexbox. Flexbox 1, because we're going to have 2 3 of this. So Flexbox 1 I have done. Now I'll open this. Okay, flex.html and style.css. So index.html and Flexbox is a layout technique, mainly that float thing which you have seen, like this 3-column layout, this 2-column layout. It is 100 times better than that because it has got a lot more other features also. And I'll tell the exact way to learn Flexbox also. Okay, so I'll do this, and this will be done. Then Flexbox basics. We're going to have some containers now. Container parent class. See, Flexbox is something which is always applied on the parent class. So parent class is like this. Container is the parent class of this box and all those things. So Flexbox is always applied on the parent class. So I applied it on the we'll apply it on the parent class soon. So I have a div of container which is having all this children's. Okay, which have box, common class of box, and box to box is there. And I will also link this to the CSS link CSS and style.css is there. I will save it, and then in this style I'll have some common CSS. Okay, I will explain that common CSS. And first thing is that box sizing border box. This is a thing which you take every time. Masum also told about this box sizing border box means the width will include the padding and the border, padding and the border. Yeah. So then I've given a common styling of this box class. In this box class, I've taken it as okay. In the box class, I've taken it as white, and for some big fonts I've given text and center and all. And all of the boxes are of different colors. So okay. So I will go live. I will save it and go live from here. And it will show like this 1 2 3 5 6 7 8 9 10, one after the another. It will show like this because they're div, so they will be shown one after the another. So that is okay. So now what is display flex? And display flex is something which is done on the container. So I will select this container, go to this dot container and display of x, and I'll have a border also. Border is 5px solid black. Save it. See, now what happened? Everything started to come to the left. Seems like float left, but the float left, the thing is that float left is always applied on the siblings and all. Okay, but it is applied on the main parent container. So container I'm giving, and all the boxes, all the elements are been done from here to here. So flexbox is like from left to right. Okay, so that is something which we are going to learn. So this is a display flex. We have done like this. Then the other thing, and we have given a border also. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to give a height here, height of 100 vertical height. So what is this vh is a unit of measurement like pixel ram, and but it's a very new measurement unit, and it has been invented at 3 4 years back only. So vh means vertical height, so it is the whole screen it will take. VW is also there, which is the vertical width, which takes the everything on the left to right. Okay, VH I've done, and I'll save it. See, it will extend till the end. It is extending till the end like this. Now one more important thing in Flexbox. Flexbox is unidirectional or one directional. So what happens in Flexbox? Flexbox, the thing happens that everything means by default there is a flex direction, which is row, which means that the flex direction is from left to right, and we can change it also. I will show how to change it. So I'll do a flex direction of row. I'll do save it. So by default it is row only. By default it is row, which means it will move from the left to right. So I will change it to from row. I will change it to column. I will change it to column. Save it. So change it to column. It has become like this. Okay. So now what happens when you change the flex direction to column? So there are two things. One is the main axis. One is the cross axis in flexbox. So when flex direction is row, the main axis is from left to right. When flex direction is column, the main axis is from top to down. And by default, it is flex direction row. If you don't give it, it will take at flex direction as row. Okay, one interesting fact is there. So I do React Native also. React Native Flexbox is by default it is there. Means if I take a div and I don't give anything it will be by default flex only. Okay, so like this display flex we don't have to pay. And there is another cool thing in mobile React Native. React Native is mainly used in mobile. So and there the default flex direction there is column, not row. It is opposite to here. Whatever is there, because in mobile you always have a top to down thing and you always do like that, so that is totally different from desktop. Mobiles are totally different from desktop. Okay, so now what we are going to learn, we are going to learn about something known as a flex wrap. Okay, a property known as flex wrap. So this is okay, I will remove this flex direction column. I'll remove and it will become like this. Now I will see there is some empty space available here. So what I'm going to do, first thing, I will select each of the box and I'll do a width of 300 pixel. I'm given a width of 300 pixels. So what is this width of 300? The moment I give the width of 300 pixel, every space is in fill. So what Flexbox is actually doing? Flexbox is actually means whatever the empty spaces remain there, it divided it between them, because I have given each of the box width of 300 pixel. But I want to show something. Each of the box is of width 300 pixel, but actually each of the box is not of 300 pixel. Why? See, in the Chrome, if I open this, I can then move my mouse. Okay, so like this, I can move it. See, it is like the width is 1089 pixel, width at most is 1920 pixel. So why I am telling this? Because I have taken the width of each box as 300 pixel. Means 300 into 10 is 3000 pixel. Very big, very big. So it is not 3000 pixel. We are seeing that it is hardly 1100 pixels. So what happens? So none of these boxes are 300 pixel. They have adjusted accordingly and given equal space and adjusted accordingly to fill the empty space. So if I want 300 pixel, each box to have really of 300 pixel. So what we are going to do? So there is a property known as flex wrap as wrap. I'll take this. I'll take this. Save it. See now what happened? Each of the boxes 300 pixel, and if there is no space, it will go to the next row. If I make it a bit bigger, I think I should make it a bit bigger only. See, the third one is there, fourth one is there, fifth one is there. And Flexbox is also completely responsive. Flexbox is also completely responsive. Okay, so this is how it is done. Flex wrap, very important property. Now what we're going to do, so there is a property of ordering. We're going to learn about the property of ordering. So actually this property I should tell at the end, but it's okay. Some of the properties are like parent property. In fact, 90% of the property are like parent property. Some of the property are like they will be given on the item, like this container. So I'm giving a lot of property here, and I'm going to continue to do that, give a lot of properties here, and then you will understand that okay, so this is a parent. And then we can give some properties on the children also, like this box is the children. Actually this box and box two, these are all children, so they're all children class name. So first, now we're going to learn about a property known as ordering. Okay. That's just ordering. I'm going to look. So I will going to remove this all of these things here, and I'm going to save it. See, now it is coming. Okay, so I have to now it is coming one after the another until it is filling completely, because width is now 300 pixel and all. So width I will actually remove it. Okay, so there is another better way to do this, which is through flex, but we are not learning flex here. Flex is an individual property. Flex is an individual property, which what happens in flex, with flex, whatever the empty space is there, the it will, all the elements will adjust it. All the element will take the empty space. So it is like this. Flex one I have done. It is like this. Now we can order the properties also. Okay, so order this boxes also like this. I'll choose the dot box 3. Order is 1 and dot box 5 order is 2. And one more thing, by default everything is of order 0, so all the boxes are order 0. Box 3 order 1, box 5 order 2 I've given. I'll save it. See, 1 2 3 5 6 7 8 9 10 are coming here. After that the box 3 is coming because it's order 1, and after that the box 5 is. So the more order I will give, it will become means it will become less, means the order will be changing like this, less important, it will become less important. Okay, so it will become less important. So that is there how this is done. Now the next thing which we are going to learn is a very important property in Flexbox, which is known as alignment and centering. Alignment and centering. So we are going to do that, alignment and centering. Okay, so this all are good. Again we are going to go back. Display flex is there like this, it will come. Okay, so and one more thing, there is a very good article to understand what are the things which I'm going to tell now, which is like CSS Flexbox. If you search this thing, the first or second item will be that something which keeps on changing. So the second item is a complete guide to Flexbox, and this is a very good document. In this, all the shortcuts are there. All the shortcuts are there. You can quickly refer to it. All the shortcuts, flex wrap, and all those things are there. Justify content and all those things. So what is this justify content? We are going to actually see the justify content now. Justify content defines the alignment along the main axis, and in Flexbox the main axis keeps on changing depending upon the flex direction. So we are going to see both of them. So justify content is that. Okay, so now we are going to go here and okay, in the container we have display flex, then we have a border, and as they have to shown, it is been like from left to right. So and it will be in defines alignment along the main axis. Justify and the border is 5px solid gold. So for 5px boxes, solid box things will create. So now we are going to look into the justify. So what is the justify? Justify content. We are going to use it. Flex start to move everything to the start, which is of no use to us, but then also the seed. Justify content is like flex, and I'm going to do save it. See, everything will move to the end. Everything has moved to the end. Flex and like this flex, and we have like and so everything will move to the center. Okay, center, everything move to the center with justify content, because of justify content it moved, and that's why it is so powerful. Okay, so then there are three more things. As you, if you can come here, you can see the three more thing is there. One is the what is space around, space evenly, and space between. These three things are very important. So first thing which I'm going to do is the space between. Now space between not taken. So see, there is no space left on the right hand side and the left hand side. There is no space left. So that's why the flex space between. Space around. We'll have little space left from here and right hand side and the left hand side. And then the last one we are going to see is the space evenly. Evenly, what it will do? Evenly, it will have a bit of more space, and all the spaces are equal in the evenly. Okay, so that is like the evenly. So now, okay. So as I've told, the justify content works along the main axis, and the cross axis is top from down. So the main axis is here. Uh, okay, so the main axis here is left to right. Okay, main axis here is left to right, and which is the row axis. But if I'm going to change it, then what will happen in the in this thing? What will happen in your justify content? So let us see that. Flex and I'll do so that it will move there. Now my images my boxes are actually very much big, so I'm going to reduce them. Okay, so 30 pixel I'll do, so it will become small. a small, very minimal. So now this container is there. Okay, so we have to justify content, and okay, border is also there. Flex direction is column, and height is 100 vertical height. Save it. So see, it has moved like this 100 vertical height I have given, and then I have given this justify content as flex and flex direction as not column. I think it is column. Column. Flex direction as column. Okay. Flex direction as column I have taken, and the flex end have taken. So flex direction column I have taken. So what will happen? The main axis will now be from top to down, from not from left to right. It will be from top to down, the main axis. Okay, so it is like that. So that's why flex end is coming to the end. Similar to that, we'll have a flex start to move everything to the start. Then we'll have a center to move everything to the center. Okay, and then those usual suspects of space. Okay, what I'm taking space around this, space between, like this, and because even we will have some more space like this. Okay, so that we have already seen. So this is the justify content in the opposite way. We give the flex direction, and this will happen. Okay, so that is there. Now we are going to see the align item also. So what is this align item and all? So align item, if I go where, if I go here, the align item is the this calculate behavior how the flex item are laid out around the cross axis. Cross axis means generally in default case it is top to down, but if you change the flex direction as column, it will change again. Flex direction column, it will change, it will become the opposite, it will become the left to right. So let us take the align item first. Okay, so align item, what we are how we are going to see, we are going to actually delete it, and it will make it, I'll make it again 100 pixels, a bit bigger, nothing not anything important. Okay, so this border and all is okay, height and all is okay. So I'll save it, and then I will come back here, and it will become, it will show like this. Okay, so time, so it's time to give the first is the align item, which is what are the align items. So let me see, very less align item is stretch. By default stretch is only coming, so I'm not going to tell stretch. Flex start, flex end, center, and baseline. It has got only 4 things. Out of that, 3 things are very important. One thing is sort of a decorative thing, means you just show to people. So this is the align item, stretch and all is there. Then line items is, so now this is like this. Align item is flex start. It has moved to the top. Flex start, because it is from top to down. Flex start has moved it to the top. So flex and not wind, and again wind. So like this, it will move to the end. Then center will move to the center. So this is how this will work. Center will move to the center, and we have one more thing which is known as the baseline. So what is this baseline? So this is a special kind of decorative kind of thing. So they have also tell if the baseline is there, all the title will be on the same line. So let us do that quickly. And for that, okay, this all is okay, but I will have a like this. Everything will have a different size, 60, 50, and all those things are there. I've taken it center only. So I'll go here. See now what is it? It's sort of not distorted, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10 are not in the same line. To bring it in the same line, what we need to do is the baseline. I'm going to do baseline. Save it. See baseline now. If you closely look, what is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10? The line is same. There is a below line here. So like this, that line is here also. So this line is same. In the base is same. So that's a baseline. Okay, so that is there. Now, okay. Now there was one thing remaining, which is this align content. So what is the difference between align content and the align item? Again, it moves in the cross axis, and if you don't give the cross axis, it will take it as mm, flex direction as row. So again, it's got all those things, but it move everything together. Align, flex start, flex and center, stretch and spacing. And this aligns the flex container lines within where an extra space is there in the cross. What does that mean? That means that if there are some extra spaces in our whole viewport, then only this will be in effect. Okay, so that is there. Now, okay, so now I will actually comment this out, and one sec. Okay, so let us have some other style right now. Okay, so we're taking a lot of same style. So what I'm having a display flex border is something height is also I'm giving width also width given why I did give the width so that it will cover the whole thing. It will cover the whole thing like this. It will cover the whole thing if I give the width. Okay. So and the all of the styling are okay. Only the color is a bit different. So now there is the property of flex wrap which we have already seen. So I will put a flex wrap as wrap. I'll do save it. So see, now everything is moving the same line. Let me make it a bit bigger. Okay, it is not even showing. Okay, it's okay. Why it is not showing? It is not showing because okay, no problem. We go to the we'll go means it is not like flex wrap. It will take it to the next line. So now we are going to look into align items. So here we'll come and do the align content. So align content we are going to see. Okay, align content and align content is like wrong spelling. GN is the correct one. Save it. Okay. Align content is moving like a flex start. Okay. Okay. Flex start is okay. Then flex and see it is moving from top to down. It is moving from top to down. Flex and is moving like this. Okay. Okay. So we forgot to do one thing here. That is box sizing as border box. Okay, so we forgot to do this. See, this thing is so important. So padding and margin, all of those things are messing up because of just this small thing. Okay, so flex and I have seen. So flex and will move everything to that. Suppose similar to this, we have center. So here everything will move to the center. Okay, then we have got all those things, space between and all. So let us see that. Space around will like this, space between is like this, no space is there in the initial line, and there is a space even b, space evenly will have some even spaces. Okay, so that is done. So now the next thing which we are going to do here is, so all the flex individual properties are done. If I come here, Flexbox is actually very small, that's why we cover it in one class. So if we come here and okay, we'll go here, and order we have seen, individual property we are going to see, flex grow we are going to see soon. Align self, so the align self is what? So we can upgrade the align items, how they are, we can upgrade that. Okay, so again I think we are going to use the same thing. Okay, come here and one sec. So let me see the default code. Actually, I'm seeing the default code which is there. So mouse white and all these things are there. Okay, so let's get started, and we'll see the individual properties. Okay, so individual properties of align self we are going to see. There is only one individual property, like align items. There is a, that is known as align self. So we'll come here, and this all things is okay, but I don't want this flex wrap and all, border is okay, and align, it overrides actually align item, align self overrides align item. So I have to take a align items as flex start. Align item is flex start, I do. So it will, everything will move to the start. Now box is okay, box is 31.3% is because of this, it is going to the end. Then I will have a dot box 2 is like padding bottom is 200 pixel, and box 6 padding bottom is 20 pixel, and box 9 padding bottom is like 300 pixel. I'll save it. See, a bit of padding bottom I have given so that we can differentiate it, but the main thing is that there is a thing known as align self, so we are going to give that. So I'll come here and give the align self, and as I told, it overrides the align item. Align self I'll give, and this I'll make it as flex, and it will move to the end. Then this align self, I will make it as flex start, and it will have it the start only. Then I will have the align self as center. It will move to the center. It will move, everything will move to the center. So that is, this is there. Now we're going to look into one of the last thing here, which is like this flex property, which I've seen briefly. The flex one we're given, and we're going to see that. For that, I need a different different setup. So I will create a new folder as Flexbox 2. I'll do, and then okay, so this I've created. Then I'll have a index.html, Flexbox 2 link CSS, save it, style.css, and let us have some basic styles here. So these divs are different. So we're taking these divs, they're really different. Then I'll go here, and in this, box sizing is what works, and all the other properties are like same only. Save it, and I'll open this one. So again, it is like this 6 things are there. Now we're going to see the property of flex, but again, an individual property. So I'll go here, and in the style.css, I'll go and go to the dot container as display of flex. I'll do save it. So the moment I do a display of flex, everything will move here. As you know, this thing, everything will move here. Let me make it a bit bigger, because then it will be good. So suppose there is a, actually it should be this much only. There is a lot of empty space here. So how do you fix it? There is a property of flex. So I'll come here and dot box, and flex of one I'm going to do, save it. So what will be there? Flex of one. Flex of one means whatever the, and see, I've given it in the box, which is an individual, each element I've given. So there is some empty space. So if I give the flex of one here, so let me make it a bit smaller. So okay, flex of one if I make, so what will happen? Whatever the empty space is there, it will be distributed equally among all those things, distributed equally. Okay, and one more thing is that they always say that it is recommended that we use this shorthand property rather than the individual property. Actually, it is a combination of 3 properties, but we should always use the shorthand. Actually, it's a combination of flex grow, flex shrink, and flex basics, but we should always use it like this. And if I use the if I give this box as a flex one, and if I come and box flex one means all the boxes are also having this box. So now I will give this box 2 as I'll come here, and I'll come here dot box 2 as flex 2. I'll give, okay, it should be like this. Save it. So see, the second one has twice the space as the remaining. So this is known as like this. Flex 2 I've given, it is coming like this. Now the other thing is that they have told us not to use the individual property, but we should know what is the individual property. Okay, so individual property, as they are telling that it is like flex grow, flex shrink, and flex basics. So this second one I will make it as first thing is that individual property. To see the individual property, I will comment out only, I will keep only 2 of them, now comment out rest of them. Now I'll go back here, and here what I'm going to do, see, if I go here, only 2 of them are there. So box 1 and box 2. Box 1 I'll make it as 1 only, and this one I'll make it as 1 1 0. So this is the other way to give it, 1 1 0. Okay, okay, one more thing is there. Okay. Not your tendons here. Okay, so that is done, flex 1 1 1, and so it means the same thing, means 1, it's the form long form of this 1 1 0. 1 1 0 means what? Actually there are 3 flex properties. It means the flex grow is 1, flex shrink is 1, and flex basics is 0. Flex basics we hardly take, hardly take. So but what is this flex basis? And we're going to see the individual property now, and we're going to remove it and use the individual property. So I will use the flex basis of 400 pixel and flex basis of 300 pixel. Save it. So see what is there. It means the default space before the remaining space is distributed, means it is like width only, so that's why we don't use it that much. So that is there. Then the main property is actually the flex grow. Flex grow is the main property, and it means that whatever the free space is remaining, our box will take. It is like the flex property in the full form. It is also like this. So I'll come here and do a flex grow of 2 and flex grow of 1. Save it. Flex grow of 2 twice and flex grow of 1. It is like this. Grow of 1 is there. So that is there. So it is like this. Then there is a something known as flex shrink. Okay, we'll go here and flex shrink. So flex shrink actually comes in the mobile view. So flex shrink of 5 have given. Then I'll go here and I'll do a flex shrink of 1. Flex shrink means the ability to shrink in proportion when there is less space. So in the big view, nothing will happen. In the desktop view, nothing will happen. But no, I have to do this now, not this one. Yeah, make it small. See, this is 1 is shrinking 5 times more and 2 is shrinking only 1 time. So that's in the mobile view. I have intentionally kept it opposite. In the bigger view, it is like this, and the small view, it is like this. So this is all about the Flexbox. So as I told, Flexbox is very small, and we have completed in very soon. So how to now practice Flexbox? Okay, so practicing Flexbox is like there are some front-end mandate challenges which we are going to have soon on our YouTube channel also. And the other way to practice Flexbox is there is a game known as Flexbox Zombies. You have to go out there and play this game. Very nice, very good game. You have to go a good all of these things which I have taught, even more than that. Okay, so all of these things, it is a very good game. I have not also completed, but it has got almost everything. It's a award winning game, and a lot of people don't know about it. So go and play this game. Your Flexbox will become like very good. Flexbox is something which can give you a job also, because this is something which all the startups use. Okay, Flexbox is very important. Okay? Very important. Flexbox or Grid, you have to master one of them, and I will say master both of them. Your Grid is also going to be covered tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So master the Grid also. Okay. So this is the Flexbox zombie game and all these things. So it's like this. It has got all this nice music is also coming, and you have to write display of flex and do, and it will be passing. So this is how it works. Means this is a very good game. Play it, complete it, and you will really learn something. Okay, so that is there. And played this game. Maybe I will paste it on the, else it is a very easy also to find out. Okay, so play this game and all. So think we're done here. And as all of you know, I generally don't take this 3 p.m. class. Mawsam takes, other teacher from TWD, he takes it. So but he has some family emergency, so he took it. So tomorrow and day after tomorrow you only will continue this, and I do that 8:30 p.m. one. So I will, today also there will be this JavaScript at 8:30 p.m. on this same channel. So please do come and do. And all of these are certification courses. As you know, everything on my channel is certification. Even the projects which we are going to do from now onwards, they will have a certification, but they will have a different kind of certification. We're going to tell more about that. Okay, and with this I will end today's stream. And tomorrow Mawsam will